What's up, everyone? This is episode number 73 of RealLifeish Friends podcast, where the group chat makes it into a podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kimberly,
Meela.
and we have a very exciting show for you all tonight on this first Tuesday in August. Can you believe the year is almost gone?
I know it kind of did, kind of move, as in the
Yeah.
words of Ti, expeditiously.
Yeah, like the fact, and then like the fact that it's like August the 4th right now, like that's it's close to the
D A
15th.
N
And
A N
then
A S.
then it's gonna be close to the to September.
Time is moving swiftly.
Yes, it
That it
is.
is. Moving
That
very
it
swiftly.
definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, so like I said, we have a great show tonight. Talk about a lot of things, of course, that's being trending. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
some things that you probably would expect us to talk about, and others you probably would be like, why are y'all talking about this? Because we're grown and we're friends. And if you really were a part of our group chats, there's no telling what comes out of either our mouth. Uh
That is true. Very much true.
so
Somebody
we
is
just
called a hater at least once, twice a day.
and and sometimes I'm not the person calling the person a hater. who would have who would have thunk? But no, we got her. So for this past weekend, um, Meela, tell the people what you did this weekend.
Well, on
Because since I know
Sunday.
you're so proud of it and everything.
So on Sunday, my nephew moved into campus to his dorm room at the great university. Yes, I'm thinking about the movie we was going to discuss. Alabama A&M University,
I was like, you didn't say the before it.
the Alabama A&M University
Okay.
in Normal, Alabama, which is outside of Huntsville, Alabama. So he's a freshman. He is in the band, so that's why he's there 2 weeks early. So it was nice. The whole fam, minus um, one sister and her daughter, didn't come, but pretty much the whole fam was there to move nephew in. So it's kind of it feels weird. I mean, they're growing up, that's for sure. Um, but to know that he's on a path to adulthood, he's on.
Why does it feel weird?
I don't know because it seemed just like yesterday he was, a toddler, you know,
Okay.
I'm,
He's taller than you. I just
and
want to
he
also throw
is,
that out
yes,
there.
because somebody said, you short or he tall. Yep, shorter than you. Uh, but I look at one of the pictures in here, and it was of them like when I moved back to Nashville, and they were at my apartment, and they were just so little. So like now he's 18 in college in the band. So it was fun getting stuff together. Boys are kind of different when it comes to moving in. They don't need all the extra stuff, you know, that girls need. They like to keep it basic. Um,
Yeah. Blue, black,
but
gray.
pretty much that's it. I guess that's what young men start off with till they know how to experiment with other colors of the color wheel when it comes to decorating. And his roommate wasn't there, so I don't know who his roommate is going to be or where they're from. But he's in college, so
Well,
in the
that's
band. So
exciting.
means I'll be going, to a few more games this year.
By a few more, you mean more than one.
That's correct. That is facts, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not one lie told. I think the first game is actually in Atlanta where A&M plays Howard. That's at the
Oh,
end
okay.
of the month. Yeah, at the end of the month. Um, I'm not going to that one because I got other plans. But I'll catch them at the A&M and TSU game. I'll be there for that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be it in Normal,
A&M this year.
Alabama. In Normal,
Normal,
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was my weekend. And then my brother came on Thursday and hung out. So it was fun. And I had him do some, you know, do a couple of things around the house. So it was fun.
So you put them to work. Okay.
Pretty much.
I don't blame you.
Hmm. Who else gonna hang up something? I can't do it. So he actually mounted my TV in my bedroom.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
shout
fancy.
out to your brother and your nephew.
Yay! Shout out to Demetrius and Darius Jr.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to say their names or not, so that's why I didn't say
Brother, as I call him, brother and nephew. So, you know, and of course, I showed them around campus what has definitely changed for the better over the years. Um,
Yeah, I'm like that
eh,
campus is probably way different from when you was there, cause
tell me about it. Yeah, very, very much different. My freshman dorm is still standing. Uh, all the dorms that I stayed in are still standing.
mm,
Uh, but it's like, there was some good times had in college. So much that I ended up on academic probation several semesters.
not several.
Let me tell you, it went from Miss
So hold
Martin.
on, wait. So because typically, if you're on academic probation, if you don't
Hmm.
get it together the following semester, you get academically suspended.
Uh-uh.
So you were just taking turns, like, okay, let me get out probation, and then let me go be bad again, and then get back on probation, and let me be good again,
That when
and you just
I had good counselors. And when I do see them at homecoming, I tell them, y'all helped me graduate, so I thank y'all for that. I didn't get serious. I did an extra year because, I partied probably really hard the first 2, 3 years. Um, and when I finally got it together, look at me now. And I got my master's. Mm.
okay then clock it, like the people
What is
say,
it? Clock
like
it.
like like, like my little 6 year old niece says, clock it.
So clock it. But yes, honey, that was some. I can tell you what a good clubs was at. What is not in the
I
spot.
just say they probably do not exist to have a totally different name now.
But let me tell you, the only thing that's probably consistent on that little block where one club was at is the Krispy Kreme, Burger King, and Red Lobster. Those three have been consistent in that one block, in that little spot there. Hmm. On
Krispy
University.
Kreme. Oh, okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay, okay,
Hmm. Well,
okay,
not
okay.
University, actually going to the Parkway. You know where the underpath is?
Yeah, yeah.
Right there.
I'm just trying to figure out what a Burger King at.
Right when you go up under that bridge to get onto the Parkway. To
Mm.
North Park, not South, but going the other
Okay.
opposite end.
Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. I know exactly what you're talking
Across
about.
from
I know
Costco.
exactly.
Now it's
Yeah,
Costco.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of good times, son, that was had uh, in Huntsville. So I told them, do your work, keep it balanced. Don't,
Yeah.
don't be like me.
Party on the weekends. Well, you got banned, so you can't even party on the weekend. You got to make it figure out some between Saturday after the game and Monday morning to figure something out. Those is the
Exactly.
only time to practice. There's the only time to have fun. Otherwise,
Because
you gonna be in that band and you gonna have to do your work. So he probably ain't gonna have time to do anything else. Like I said, he gonna have to figure it out Saturday night, Sunday morning. That's
and
it.
his uncle, actually, his dad's brother was in the band, and he pledged, and he was a drum major. So,
Mm,
he's continuing that legacy of his uncle, following in
yeah.
his footsteps. Hmm.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darius. And I hope we have a great
Yay.
freshman year, as
I hope
well
so
as
too.
all the other kids that are entering their first year of college or continuing their
Hmm.
education in college. My nephew, great nephew, that is the oldest great nephew. He's going off to college. I told his daddy to tell him to call me. He said he called me. You didn't. He could have. Listen, I just don't. I just didn't see it on my phone. I
Lines
didn't.
could have been crossed.
I just didn't see it on my phone, and I said, "Well, what should? Let me make sure you still got the same telephone number. Yeah, this is the same telephone number I have listed in my system. Listen, listen. I don't know.
Let's just say the kids are growing up, and shout out to those that are going to be starting school. Um, do they
My
start
baby
this
already
week?
started. My baby already started. My baby and his little brother done already started. They
Oh,
started
really?
Monday. Yeah, they started Monday.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
think here, I don't know. I know the outside counties of Davidson County may have started
Mm,
either
mm,
today.
One of the school system already started. I don't know
Okay.
if it's like in my area because
Hmm.
when I do my normal activities, I said, "Hey," somebody spoke to me, and I said, "Where's the little kid that you're with?" And they was like, "School." And I said, "Okay."
Not the little kid, because clearly that means y'all are frequenting the same spots if you know
Yeah,
remember the kid.
yeah. So I was like, "Where's the little kid?" And that's when he said, "Well, he's at school and he's not happy about that." And I said, "Well, I guess school has started back."
He wasn't happy about going back to school.
No. And I don't know what the school did to my little baby didn't even have band practice yesterday, but he told me he came home and went to sleep. I said, "Well, first year in high school, his little brother, first year in middle
Really?
school. Hmm. He's growing up. He's
School
14."
wore them out. The first, did they do a whole day? Don't some of them do like a half a day?
I think that's like elementary kids, like maybe kindergartens and stuff like that. Not the
Oh,
high schoolers. You grown by that time. You done went to school at least 8, 9 years at that point.
yeah.
If you can't figure out how to get through the day in 8, 9 years, doing a half a day is not gonna help.
Do they? I forgot my train of thought.
A half a day for a high schooler, I wish. I probably
Do
wish too.
parents still make their children like the week before school? You need to go to bed early so you get used to going, getting up and going. Do they
Not
do that now?
not my nephew and his wife, because baby, I called him. I was like, why are they on do not disturb? And my nephew, their father, told me, well, it's because he didn't go to sleep to 5 o'clock this morning. That was last week. So no.
What was he staying up to 5 o'clock in the morning for?
Probably playing games. I'm surprised he didn't call me and ask me for $10. So hey, it is what it is. Hello, auntie and uncle.
Hey, auntie, hey, uncle. What are you calling asking for money for? For what?
Play the games. These
They ain't
kids are
free.
heavily on these Roblox. This is like Roblox kids, and I don't think he plays Fortnite. I think it's Roblox. Whatever he plays, he randomly calls and asks me for $10. But he's responsive, so it's okay.
Hmm. Okay. They just ain't playing the free games no more.
Mm-mm. Well, they are free, But when I guess when you need more power or you need more turns, you got to pay money.
Oh my.
Roblox is out here taking the kids' money and the parents' money and the auntie money, and and whoever they can call. Cause sometimes he call and be like, "What's my uncle telephone number, boy?"
So in other words, they
I
hitting
love
up any
them.
and everybody.
Whoever got money,
Phone
whoever
number,
they
no
think
phone number.
got money. Mind you, this is the same little kid that told me when I did not have a job. He said, "But you still pay your mortgage, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said that means that you can give me some money. That's not how that works. When I told you I didn't have a job, that's not how it works at all.
Your game is not a necessity, sir. We trying to keep water and lights and stuff on right here. Not give you extra power in your game.
Thankfully, I am employed and have been employed for a while. But yeah, he told me, he was like, "Well, if you pay your mortgage, you can give me some money." Oh, okay, kid. I didn't. Of course, I didn't give him any money because why would I? He's a bold little fella. He's a
I
bold
see.
one. He's a
Well,
bold one.
he get it honestly from his auntie.
I'm not sure what auntie you're talking about because
The
I don't
one
do
that's
stuff like
on.
that. I don't do stuff like that.
Mm,
But
okay.
anyway, for this week, what we are watching, um, and when I tell you the title, we already know who picked it out. The University of the Cosmic Intelligence Cult. So when she first sent me this, which was a while back, she
Yeah.
sent this like a couple weeks ago. It was the week before our break, I guess.
hmm
She
She was
sent it to
supposed to
me.
watch them. That this.
I did watch both of them before last week episode.
Okay.
We just didn't talk
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
Time just got
But I
away.
did. But yeah, I did. But this is the thing. Once I heard certain parts of it, I said, "So is this gonna be Nature Boy without the STDs?" And the more I watch this, I still stand by my statement. If you're not familiar with Nature Boy, I can't remember what episode it was, but go back and watch it because listen,
No,
that was
Nature Boy
wild as
was on.
hell.
He had a whole on Hulu, so he had 3 episodes. Well, Hulu gave him, was it 3 or 4 episodes? But if you went on these YouTube streets, there was like 30 or 40
And they were
videos
long
of
and
him.
I didn't watch that. But
Yeah.
pretty much he's like the lighter version of Nature Boy.
And that's not saying that's a good thing.
No, not at all. Um
Mm-mm.
so of course it has to do with a cult. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. It has to do with a cult. Right up Meela alley. So, couple of things about him. So he started off basically like a rapper or whatever, because that's how he ended up with his girlfriend and the mother of his child. Because they were on the same label and said that they were going to be working together, and I guess they decided, hey, we're going to be working together. Maybe they found some chemistry. I don't know what was going on. Now, what I will say, what does set this one apart from Nature Boy, um, is the fact that I believe those 6 people from the St. Louis area are still missing.
I think they are. And you know what? And I feel like I remember um them talking about those people at least like 2 3 years ago, because for some strange reason I want to feel like somebody, well, we know one girl ended up in Knoxville, but
Yeah, but
ended
she
up
wasn't
going,
part of the 6. She wasn't part of the
she
6
wasn't
though.
part of the six.
Yeah, yeah.
uh but she still, no, she wasn't part of maybe the original six because she's missing. She went back to him, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, right now he in jail,
He in jail,
so
but
ain't
remember
nobody
those other
working.
six are
Yeah,
still
they
out there.
disappeared. They disappeared. But I don't
Yeah.
the girl that had the Knoxville connection. I don't think she's missing. Let me just say put it that
Okay.
way. I don't think she's missing.
Uh what is it? So I feel like I remember this story because I feel like somebody was like from Tennessee, Memphis, or somewhere like right down in that area because because didn't they say they were like out in the sun praying to the sun, all out. And I'm amazed again at how people clearly you can start a cult very easily, and I would continue to say this. You just need one or two, three good scriptures, some good saying, a little bit of thinking that sounds like, oh, that sounds like it could be true. You know, you just need the will of men. And then too, also it was at the height of COVID because the young lady that had the little girl, I think she ended up leaving. The one that was from St. Louis, left during the COVID time or whatever.
The one that
But
vanished
well, yeah, vanished because don't
because they was
nobody know
at her
when they'll be back.
house. Yeah, it was six of them. It was four adults and two kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't seen like they saw them go into a store. No one has used any credit cards or anything. No one has, tapped into their money. So, but by the way, the leader of the University Cosmic Intelligence is named Rashad Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, he started off as a rapper. He became one with nature and everything. And next thing you know, people are following him and listening to him. Um, and it also, and the only reason why I'm bringing up Nature Boy is because there is certain things that both of them kind of said. Because this one also mentioned like the carbonation as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they
Um,
end up killing a couple in Mobile, some part of Alabama. One guy thought his mama was a clone. Uh, and again, I feel that they were able to thrive when people were left, when they just couldn't go out, during that COVID time. Everybody's in the house. So you're not doing nothing anyway but looking up stuff online.
yeah, now I will say this. So unlike Nature Boy, I think everybody in Nature Boy was accounted for, president accounted for. This
Uh-huh.
group of people, they kept believing that other people were clones. I remember they said Kanye West was a clone. They were talking about all these people being a clone. And then they literally had, like you mentioned, the couple. This happened literally in Alabama. It was one of the parks. I
Yeah,
don't
they was
know
out camping.
which, yeah. But
Uh-huh.
the girl that was a follower of Rashad Jamal decided that she wanted to basically kill the people. She ended up killing, it was a couple. She ends up killing the guy and the girl ends up escaping. Um I don't know what their issue. Like they were a lot more dangerous. I will say
Uh-huh.
this. They were a lot more dangerous than any of the cults that we have talked about in recent past. Because these people were out here wilding. So also the fact that you do have six members that still hasn't been, accounted for,
Uh-huh.
um, that's a sad situation, especially include, the fact that at least two of them were kids. So it's
Right.
just an all different situation in total. But like I said, but there are, some slight similarities. Um, and this is the girl. that I think she worked at the bank. That's one of the ones that were missing part of the six. She had her
Mhm.
daughter. They said that she was, cared about her hair, she cared
Yeah,
about, all of this stuff. And then the next thing
she
you
was a
know,
girly girl.
yeah. And then she got around the wrong cousin. And after she got around the cousin that had been listening to him, next thing you know, she cuts her hair off. Next thing you know, she has invited all these people. All these people are now at her house.
In the
They're
backyard
outside worshiping the
praying.
sun and, being barefoot and all of this stuff. They were just doing like her personality and everything about her did a whole complete 180, especially considering the fact that like it seemed like she was close to her cousins.
She
Um
was.
and
Because I
then
think it hurt them when
it
she
did.
wouldn't let them in or just really just kind of blew them off because again, you're close to your cousins and then suddenly you done you went from getting, you know, wig lace fronts or whatever the case, getting your nails done, and now you just done got you some copper, wrapped it around sticks, and you just out there. And I think that was the hard part for them. In addition to her daughter being
Yeah,
with them, because
yeah,
I think if it was just her, you could probably deal with it a little bit better. But when there's at least two kids in the mix, that's when it becomes, for me, that's when it becomes scary because you don't know what they're doing. It was just
yeah.
like um, the guy from Knoxville. Now, let me say this: he get
The minister preacher.
yes, he gave off to me. He was just a tiny bit older for that lady, and I
Ain't
ain't
no
gonna say
taints
nothing bad.
bit.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the pastor. I just felt like, and maybe he wanted to help her. Let's just leave it at that. Maybe he wanted to help her, and he saw potential in her.
Keep in
Um,
mind, this is a different, for the people that are listening, this
yeah.
is a different girl than the girl that had
Hmm.
the baby and cut the
In
hair
the
in the
St. Louis
particular story.
area.
Yeah.
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 This particular young lady, I guess, escaped, made her way to Knoxville or whatever.
No, she wasn't part of it at first in
I
Knoxville.
don't. Okay, so because
She
it's
was
been
she
at
was
least 2 weeks
she was
to launch
homeless with her child,
it. Mm.
and they had some kind of ministry that he was a part of, and yeah.
But what? Okay, so that means she had two. One by him,
Yeah, yeah,
and then another one. So the
yeah.
other kid is still in that circle because I don't think they mentioned that.
They never really mention it other than him mentioning like, he feels bad for the child and stuff like
Hmm.
that, but he never really mentioned anything. So pretty much they end up having a relationship, and she became the girlfriend. She ends up getting pregnant. While pregnant, that's when
Hmm.
she leaves and joins the cult, basically. And it took
Go to
him,
DC.
what, it was like 6 years, 6, 7 years before he even met his child.
Yeah, because she
And he
went
was
to.
really trying.
Yeah, he was really trying, and I feel like he may have. She called on Facebook. I think that's how it was. She called on Facebook, and he may have seen a news report on that. And oh, did she call from somebody, the grandmother's
Yeah, she
house,
called. Yeah, she was FaceTiming and stuff like that.
from the grandmother's
And
house?
yeah, and he decided one day to call back because
Mm-hmm.
he had tried to get the information like, oh, where you want me to send, my daughter's stuff, where you want to
Yeah.
send this, where you want to send that. And she would always give a different, like a store, a commercial address or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, or store or something
Yeah.
like that
Like a PO
until
box or something.
yeah. until the one day he decided to call back and end up getting the grandmama, and the grandmama told everything.
Grandmama was ready. Somebody call so she can get that information.
Okay.
And tell, because she been waiting on somebody to call so she could spill that tea. And he did his research, found out that they were in DC and what school she was in, because I think he ended up going to court, getting
Yeah, get an
custody.
emergency
Yeah,
custody
he
agreement.
must, and found out she was in DC. Went to DC and got her out of that school, but the
Which
little
was
girl was so
crazy.
brainwashed.
Yes.
Like, I don't think the mama may have told him he was dead or she couldn't
She
take a
did. She did.
bath.
She did.
It
She told him
was
that
it.
she told the daughter that her father was dead.
Yeah, and so the little polar girl, and I felt bad for her because she
Because
went
she's
through that,
old
and
enough to know. Also, she's
yeah,
old enough to, at 7, like I said, she was either 6 or 7 years old when he met her. So she's
mm-hmm,
old enough to like know things.
yeah, and knowing those things, and and really in reality, the dad had to kind of reprogram her, to kind of and to get her comfortable enough and give her her space. So I commend him, for that. Um, but now those 6 are still missing.
Hmm.
He's in jail for uh
Molesting
assaulting
his stepdaughter.
his stepdaughter of the wife that was on the
Well,
record label, right?
his girlfriend's daughter, because was they married?
And I feel
I
like
can't
they
remember if they were married or not.
married or not. I know they lived together. Let's say that.
Yeah, and she had his
Um.
child, but she said that like she was so afraid of him, and then like she felt like she had to try to get away. She had to try to do something. He pulled a gun out on her, and she said next day he left.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I think because he came back, he didn't marry her. He didn't
He
marry
met
the girl
another
that he had
young
a child.
girl.
Yeah, he met someone else and ended up marrying her. And I'm like, baby, you is out here listening to this man, and I know we all be listening to people. Don't listen to this man ever again in your whole entire life.
Well, she's fighting for him, like, to get
I, I
out. Say
know, I know.
he's
That's why
getting
I'm
out.
like,
Like, baby girl, where's
and then
your antennas?
and then they were making all these like rap songs and videos to try to intimidate this lady, and I'm like, because it ended up being so after the guy moves out, her daughter that she had from a previous relationship which was like 12 or 13 years old, came to her and was saying that he molested her and stuff like that, and basically like told what had happened, and she obviously called the police and stuff like that. um the girl, like I said, everybody was pretty much, they were all afraid of
Mm-hmm.
him at this point, and she was just happy that he left. She was because she was like, I got to figure out how to leave this situation, but I
Mm-hmm.
also have his child. But she had to figure out how to leave the situation. But after he pulled the gun out on her, I don't know what snapped, but he decided to leave. And that's when, everything, and the daughter, didn't mind, telling the story
Telling.
and telling what happened, to the police, to the authorities and everything. So proceeds to have a trial going on,
Mm-hmm.
and they are literally making rap videos about the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend slash son's mother, and doing all kind of things that are to me like intimidation tactics.
Oh
And
yeah.
like the people said, oh, I guess he thought that a lot of people was going to show up, but
Nobody
not that
showed
many
up.
show not that many people show up.
The police, but the thing was, is like the police, they was expecting like these hundreds and hundreds of followers, and who showed up? Maybe 8 folks, maybe 10. It wasn't a large crowd like they thought. Um, And I commend. Let me go back. I commend that mother for at least for listening and believing her daughter, because I think a
Mhm.
lot of times women or anybody that's in a situation like that where a partner is controlling, abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, they don't want to believe, and they will
Yeah.
believe the man. So, uh, I I respect her a lot for that. Now, there's a new lady, honey, that's around there fighting for her man's rights to get out. Um, and and sadly, he's still able to, he still has a following in jail.
Yeah.
And I think it seems as if there's a pattern. If that person, when they start a cult, they still have control over people. Because
Mhm.
there was another one that I watched that I didn't even tell Kim about, that came on too on ID. Um, It's like after all that is over with, they still have those faithful few that is going to continue to believe that nonsense of, they are the Messiah, they are the God. And I just, I'm still gonna be baffled. I mean, I don't care how many cult shows that documentaries I'm going to watch. Um, I'm still I just want to know people thinking behind it, like when they say, this is a person I'm going to follow. Like, how do somebody tell me to sit in the grass and pray to the sun? It's hot out there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you don't even want to go to the market because it's outside.
I'm like, it's hot out there. And, you want me to not bathe, or you want, it's like they have you doing stupid stuff. So I'm like,
And
like,
now I shouldn't have laughed at this, but I probably did. When the little girl, the Knoxville guy, he had a
mm-hmm,
military background, private eye background, and all that stuff. That's why he was able to, be able to basically rescue his child.
mm-hmm.
But when she said she didn't want to take a bath because that's how they clone you, oh, what are we doing? So water is how they're cloning people. And I'm like, how long did you not take a bath so you won't get cloned? What is
Well,
going on?
well, clearly there was no baths to be taken. If they felt like they were gonna be cloned, so they was just probably around there musties. I'm quite sure, cause you ain't took nan bath, not nan ounce of deodorant you using. Hell, who knows that they brushing their teeth? That could have been cloning folks too. So we don't know. We don't know what them peoples is doing.
Yeah.
It's scary. But
And
if
they
you
were
want,
dangerous. They were dangerous because they were out here just they had no like that lady was happy that she was able to kill somebody. Like she literally told them she was gonna kill them. And the girl of the couple ended up getting away.
yeah, but still, like they were making videos, like I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm just playing.
And
No,
just
the fuck you ain't.
okay, okay.
Right.
Like they were truly unhinged people.
Very
And if and
unhinged.
if I was the girlfriend, I'd be like witness protection to me for me and my kids because
Pretty
I
much.
don't want to be around these people.
Change my name. If you're giving out plastic surgery, I'll take a little bit of that too. Now,
Okay.
you hear me? I don't want these people to know I even exist, after this. So, again, it was wild. Uh
Hmm.
and again, it's just you look at the different things that people start cults with and why they do it. Um And I would like to find an expert on cults just to kind of pick their brain, and like why, what, or maybe somebody that's
I
in
told
one.
you, I think it's a sense of belonging. Like
It is.
somebody finds a purpose, or like they said with the girl, that had worked at the bank. Apparently, she had, you know, postpartum depression after she had her
Hmm.
child and stuff like that. So just looking for something that makes sense to them
To them,
during,
yeah.
especially during a time in their life that they don't have any hope or have any sense of purpose or anything like that. I feel like it could probably be easy for someone to get in a cult
Right.
because people are always looking to belong. I
I
feel
agree.
like.
And that they definitely are looking for a sense of belonging. And that is scary. That's why you have to really surround yourself around good people.
Like I said,
Read
prime example.
information.
That
Yeah.
girl started hanging around the wrong cousin. Now nobody knows where her or her cousin is at, and neither do they know where her child is at now.
See, let me tell you, I even I love my cousins, most of them. Let me say that. Auntie and uncle know who I really love, but again, you not
Now
gonna
she don't
have.
love y'all enough to give y'all souvenirs though, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't get enough for trying to cause discord between me and my family. You don't see me causing ruckus and carrying on in your family. But you want to sit here and pick with me and my little small family.
They know it's jokes. They know it's jokes.
But again, I just want to know, like, you're not gonna sit here because I'm gonna question you, like, and ask you, like, okay, now why is you in so and so, so and so? What made you like change? Because I remember I had a cousin that left one religion and went to the next, and I was like, okay, what made you change? And she was just like the structure, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, so you didn't have no structure before you got to this, religion? They have to teach you structure, and in the midst of that structure, then you have to dress a certain way. You have to be, you know, covered all up and all that carrying on. Um, which again, to each his own. Let me tell you, what floats your boat and what makes you happy, go for it. I mean, you the way got to live with it.
I ask way too many questions to you. I ain't gonna let you fall into a cult because I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
ask way too many questions because you say something and I'm gonna be like, just like your activities on Juneteenth. So who did you go with? Where did
What
y'all
did I
go?
do on Tuesday?
You
Now
went
I
to a
gotta think
Mexican
back.
restaurant. You went to a Mexican restaurant, and then I asked other questions. I won't say those questions on here, but I asked other questions.
How did we end up at the Mexican restaurant? Oh, okay.
Mhm,
Now I
mhm,
know. Okay.
mhm. Yep,
Anyway,
mhm, yep. I asked too many questions for that.
she and that's true because I think Kim level of questioning is a 10. Mine is maybe a 7.5 or 8. Because after I asked a few questions and I'm left confused, at this point I'm just looking at you crazy. Because at this point I don't know what else to ask, or give. I can't do that. My nerves won't allow me to do that. Uh but and I've said this
And our
plenty of
mutual
times.
friend asked questions at a 20.
That is. So again, you got a nice balance of how much questions we go ask. I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom tier. Him, here, and that's best. So again, we're gonna ask questions. So I just be wanting to know, like, why and how. I mean, That's just me. Like, what makes you want to do it? And I understand people want to be free spirited,
Yeah.
want to be one with the earth, want to hug trees, want to, you know, dance in the rain, get all of that. I get it.
And a lot of those things in and of itself isn't an issue.
No, no, not at
It's
all. Not
yeah.
at all. Because if you want to dance in the rain, or you want to be like a kid. Okay, let me step in mud puddles, or let me something
Yeah.
like that. I get it. But when you talking about now, I can't take no bath because I'm being cloned. You just going to clone me clean because I'm not gonna be dirty and clone.
Clone you clean. That is hilarious.
I'm just saying, you gonna have to clone me clean because I ain't gonna be out here funky and talking about I'm being cloned. Well, fuck that. They gonna have to clone me clean because I am going to use some soap and water, and I'm gonna use up hot. The hotter the water, the better for me, because baby, I wants to be clean.
Coming out just red.
Red in that water so long, your fingers looking like raisins around there. That's me. No. Let me tell I
Yo,
yeah,
yo, bestie in the
again,
comments.
huh?
Bestie in the comments.
Hey, Bestie. Now, again, I will. I'm going to. There's a lot of things I would join. I don't know. I join a church, but I will go to a cult church, long as I know
Okay.
I can get out. Because if I have to, I will shoot my way out of there.
Whoa. So pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Or in the words of Tasha Mack, pow pow. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I just find it, like I said, I just find it very interesting that these individuals were able to start a cult and all the people that they still have, that's willing to, again, those rap songs about that was wild. Those were, I was like, if this is what's going on, this is crazy. This is
And, I
truly
mean, and
crazy.
she thought, honey, baby, now, baby girl wasn't no Roberta Flack, no Nita Baker, but she carried a tune better than I
Yeah.
can, or whatever. But again, I feel that's another avenue of somebody being vulnerable, and you
Yeah.
seeing that how you can wheel them in or whatever, because they did not talk about, or the people from the record label. I don't remember them speaking up or talking
Mm-mm. No, and
on it.
nothing ever seemed like they had any more deals or anything going on with the record label either. So I have no idea what happened to her in her whole career.
Yeah.
Um, but also this brings a point, like when you're in a vulnerable situation, be careful of who you allow in your area when you
Mm-hmm.
know that you're in a vulnerable situation. Like seek the people, seek God, if you're a believer, seek God. Go to the Bible, go to prayer, but seek people that truly have your best interests at heart, that already know you.
And
Not
it's
saying
gonna
that
call you out
strangers
on
can't help you, because strangers can, but I'm just saying, like, go to somebody that you can easily have a good conversation with, that can probably point you into the right direction. And
it.
also,
Mm-hmm.
there's this thing called therapy that's out here. Seek
And
it.
if you got a job, baby, you got a little EAP,
Exactly.
employee
The
assistance
assistance
program. Get you
program.
that'll give you 6, 10, 12, whatever you need. You'll get it.
Now some of them ain't got all them. Some of them might just be three. But hey, it's
You can work
available.
with them
It's available. It's available.
and
Services
change your
are available.
diagnosis. Change your diagnosis. That'll give you 3 more. You come in there
That
with
is
something
that is
else.
that is true. That is true. That is
We
true
putting
for a
you up
lot of
on game.
situations. Yes. So like, yeah, because like I'm like, how did you, to me, especially the cousin that worked at the bank, To
Mm-hmm.
me, the fact that she went to another cousin but didn't go to the same ones that I guess had been by her side, because it seemed like they didn't even care for that cousin. I don't know if it was a different side of the family or not, but it wasn't like they cared for that cousin that she went with
It wasn't no
at all.
love. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
It
know
with no love.
beforehand who's in your corner and who has
Facts.
your back and who can help you, when you going through these things, because depression is real. Postpartum depression is real.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety, like life is real. Like a lot of things get really real, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you're in a vulnerable spot, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can start believing things that you wouldn't have never believed in your whole entire life, because it sounds good at that moment and you just need something that sounds good. But you can find something
That
that
part.
sounds good in your Bible, amongst your friends, in God, your family. There's other avenues than joining a cult of somebody that you don't know.
Cause let me tell you, I ain't no Bible thumper, but I know a few scriptures, and I got the Bible app. I can find you what you need.
Okay. Because they have a neat feature on there called search. Baby. Because that's what I do. And they
And we,
even have plans. They even have plans like for whatever situation you're going through. They even have plans that you can, some of them may be 3 days, some of them may be for a whole year. It just kind of really depends on what you want to do. But because I completed several plans on that Bible app, baby. uh
well, the thing is, what we saying is, we can get you connected to something that's gonna be credible with the Lord.
okay, incredible with
Just saying.
people that already know you, that so you don't have to go into a cult
We just
that
saying.
tells you that if you take a bath, they don't clone you. Cause I don't know about that. The first day they told me that, I'll be like, I don't even know about this now.
Let me tell you, I might have believed everything else on up to the point when they told me you can't bathe, you can't wash your clothes or something, and I'd have been like, you know what? Okay. I'd have been like baby girl with Nature Boy. When them asses went to sleep, I'd have escaped, baby. Like I was on
Okay.
the Underground Railroad. I'd have been gone in the middle of the night. I'd have called some. At this point, I don't. With whoever number I would have remembered, I'd have said, "Look, get me. I need help. I done fucked up. I believe these people, and I need some help. Get me out of here." The breaking point for me would be I have to be dirty. You mean tell me they ain't not now caught out there with say I
And you
can
can take a
use
bath.
that you that
And you take a
you
bath and
mean
put on
tell me
deodorant.
I can't smell good and be in a caught? Damn. We don't went from I got to be dirty from Nature Boy and this boy here. I got to be dirty. I got to sleep with everybody. I got to sleep in tents. I got to fuck everybody. I got to be on the run versus baby girl Gwen Shamblin over here just saying don't eat. You hear me? Just
Okay,
don't
read the Bible when you hungry.
she said don't eat. Jim Jones like okay, sell everything you got, move to Ghana or whatever, and then drink this Kool Aid. God damn, we can't find nothing in the middle.
Why are you trying to find a cult to join anyway?
But at this point, I'm sticking to the Lord Jesus Savior Christ, the Lord and Savior that I know right now. Because he ain't did me wrong.
Okay.
I'm sticking. Let me tell you, I'm sticking with the one baby that forgives me and has tossed it in the sea of forgiveness. So you know what? I be like, you that episode of Bernie Mac when Jordan was he said it, he was with the Lord and he had read the Bible and then he said all of that stuff. What did he call it? Because he poured Bernie Mac, look out, broke the cologne, idolatry or whatever. And sin cup. You don't remember that episode? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, Jordan had convinced baby girl that her sin cup was dirty. And and then everybody in the house was going to hell. And so, in order to prevent from going to hell, you had to keep your sin cup clean. And so, like Uncle Bernie had like music, he had posters, sports memorabilia,
Yeah.
and Jordan took it upon himself. Him and baby girl was gonna throw it all in the trash because they wanted to keep his sin cup clean.
Oh, they cared about his soul, just like Mona
That
cares
was one
about
of my
Randy's
favorite
soul.
episodes, sin cup, and so uh I just got to be something in the middle. Just saying.
Yeah.
But I,
Now, if you need to talk to somebody, or you need some resources, or just want to tell us um what movie we should be watching or something like that, you can always call us at 615-475-8152. That's 615-475-8152. Or you can reach us at reallifeishfriends at gmail.com. That is reallifeishfriends at gmail.com.
but definitely
So
seek out help though, for real though. That
yeah, yeah,
all jokes aside.
and we can find some between me and her. We can find you some resources. We can find you
Mhm.
some resources, especially if you're in Tennessee or Alabama. Now, outside of that, I could we
That's
could
how
still
my
probably find
license.
you some. but,
That's how my license jurisdiction. But I can find you somebody. Hmm. I can find them.
not outside your license. I can't. I can't.
Maybe it's out my jurisdiction, but I can find you somebody.
But yeah, so right now, Brittney Griner is divorcing her wife, and apparently they said they separated like a couple days before the whole divorce, and apparently the day before that, like they was making posts about their love for each other. Apparently,
Let me tell
I
you
was like,
something.
"What's going on?" But Brittany has had some very interesting relationships. The
From
last,
what the people say online, because clearly she left somebody else before she got with this attorney lady.
the ones that had the twins, the other WNBA player, she was married to a Gloria Johnson. She was married to her, or either Gloria Johnson, whatever her name is. But she was married to her, and well, not married. They were together. I don't. Well, technically, they did get married.
Are the twins hers? did they have them together? Did they adopt them together?
So that's part of the thing. So apparently Brittany was saying, even though from my understanding, I think Brittany still pays child support for them. From my understanding, Brittany was saying that the lady ended up sleeping with someone and getting pregnant. And that's why the kids came about. Because I remember Brittany because they said she could dunk and how messy it was with the other WNBA player. Like it was a whole mess. And
So
if I
Brittany
am
with the
not and
shits.
if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna double check. But if I'm not mistaken, the same WNBA player did turn around and marry a man, I believe. So let me just double check that.
But they weren't married. They were dating only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they end up
But
getting married. They did end up getting married. They end up getting married.
because see, clearly I didn't know nothing about Brittney back until she got booking up over there in Russia. Uh
Mm-mm.
so clearly she got a long history of foolishness.
Yeah, she it did she get
Hmm. That's mind boggling
well,
to me.
okay, I take it back. It must be a different lady because this one hasn't been married before, apparently. Like remarried. Gloria hasn't. But yeah, Gloria Johnson is that's who she was married to, and that's who they have twins, and that's who she, pays child support to for the twins. I don't think she wanted to have anything to do with those twins though. It was a big controversy. Like I been in these block street baby for
Well,
for
let
a
me
lot
tell
of
you this.
for a lot amount of years.
Now, let me tell you something. I don't know about the old fling, but let me tell you this: the one she divorcing that they were just posting and was just together
Hmm.
2 hours ago. Let me tell you, because she's an attorney, right?
I don't know what she does.
I
I
think
just
she's an
know that
attorney, the
she
one
stood
that.
beside her, with the whole Russia situation.
And let me tell you something. I'd have went back over there and told them folks in Russia she did it. Come get her ass.
And by the way, Wikipedia is saying that they did have the twins through IVF, but I think unless this is another person that I'm talking about, I thought Brittany was swearing that those kids belong to some other man, like to some man, but maybe she did. But maybe it's another WNBA couple. There's no telling.
What's the
Um
lady name she was married to? Sherelle? What was her name? The lady she
Sherelle,
married to now.
Sherelle, Sherelle.
Let me tell you something. Sherelle, I don't know how petty you is, but
You ain't gonna make her go back to Russia.
had me right there advocating with Biden and Kamala to get your ass out right now. And you gonna sit up and divorce me? And we were just posting shit together 2 days ago. That lady was blindsided. So since I was blindsided, I'm gonna find a way for her ass to be blindsided. I will be petty.
Well, I don't think
I,
she's made any statements or whatever. And from what I read, they're asking for joint custody of the son, cash.
mm, mm. Let me tell you something. Cheyenne, Sharia, whatever your name is,
Because you gonna call somebody a name that is not theirs.
every time. Ask the people at work, baby. Everybody got a nickname right now. Everybody got a nickname. Uh, she would get it. I would figure out the most petty way I can get her ass and stay out of prison and not lose my law license. I would. I would. Because that's low damn down. You sit here done been fresh out that Russian prison over there with Vladimir Putin right now. Cause you know what? That's dumb. Let's backtrack.
And she
Brittany
is
done
she
picked.
is she is she's a lawyer. Yeah, she is a lawyer.
This is the thing. What Brittany did was she done pissed somebody off over there in Russia. That girl had been going over there playing basketball for a long time. So you mean to tell me she didn't have no connector plug around there to help her get through with whatever it is she had in her bag? She I guarantee you, she didn't do something right by them people. And them people said, huh, say less. I
Yeah,
got your
they
number.
found the vape or whatever. I think it was like a vape pen or
Yeah.
they found
But
some
I
kind of smoking device. Let me just put it
but
that
I
way.
guarantee you that woman had been over there several times. That wasn't her first time going over there to Russia.
Mm-mm.
That was not her first time. She pissed somebody off. And them people said, say less. Your ass won't be going home this time. And she stayed, was it maybe under a year she stayed over there?
Mm,
Because I don't think she stayed a whole year or two, maybe. Because I
looks like
feel
she
like
went
she got
somewhere in
out.
February 2022.
Okay. That was, I don't think she stayed long over there.
I
But
Google.
she gonna that I hope baby girl's using her lawyer degree and her connections turn it to the full extent that she can use them.
293 days. So
Almost a
nearly
year.
10
Okay.
months. Yeah. From
Mm,
February to December, February 17th to December the 8th.
mm. Okay. All right, Brittany. Carry on then, what I would say.
But this literally just brings to the point that like this is also what happens when like it doesn't matter, I guess, if you are in a same sex relationship or either, heterosexual relationship. The fact of the matter is people be going to prison, getting out, and then be like, bye. And I don't like that for them.
And that's what she did. She let it die down just enough for her to say, I'm out. And I don't know if Sherelle was or Cheyenne. I don't know how she felt when she was found out she was getting a divorce. But
But also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can guarantee you she was not prepared for it. And then you around here loving and kissing all on me and doing shit for me for my birthday or whatever the case may be. And you done took your trifling ass down now to the courthouse
And
and
filed
talking
for a
about
divorce.
it can't be fixed. What the fuck you mean it can't be fixed?
But keep in mind though, even though I said she got a prison and jail and left her, technically it was 4 years ago. Well, 3.5 years ago. And during this same time, they went and had a child together and everything. They have a child.
Which means you owe me at least that baby 2 or 3. You owe me at least 3 more years to the damn kid get in kindergarten.
What's the significance of the kindergarten? They need to be in school because daycare
That part.
expensive.
That part. Least wait till the damn kid is potty trained and can use the toilet. You want to leave me now when I still got to feed him, bathe him. He got to go to the bathroom. I got to continue to go to Costco, Walmart, Sam's, and get diapers while you around here gallivanting around in the WNBA. The shit ain't right.
And I didn't realize. I don't think I realized that Brittney Griner still even played for the WNBA. I don't know why I thought she didn't, but apparently
Why
she
did I feel
does. I
like she
think.
was a coach or something now?
Let me see what it says. No, she plays for the Connecticut Suns.
Connecticut
She's
got a
a,
team?
she's actually on the team and everything. Like,
Like Connecticut way up there past New York?
yeah. Well, I'm not
Oh.
sure where it's at on the map, but it's over there in that area. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
she was with the
She still
Dreams
low
last
down.
year, and
Still
now she's with the Sun. But again,
okay.
I didn't even know she played currently
Low
in
down.
the WNBA. But
Low down. That's all I can say. She would pay for that.
maybe the wife is okay with it. She has. I don't think she's made any statements.
Neither one of them have. How you gonna be okay? That woman. First of all, that woman probably was feeding that damn baby some spinach or some guacamole or something, and she found out she getting a divorce.
The fact that you have made a whole scenario in your head.
That baby was being introduced to solid foods.
It's hilarious.
And she decides she go take her tacky ass down there to the courthouse. The nerve of her. Let me tell you something. Again, Cheyenne, Chanel, whatever your name is, baby. I hope your law degree is active and you got connects, cause baby, you need to use every last one of them for her. And take your law book so she don't can't even go and look at them for anything.
The way you are 38 high is hilarious.
And is
And the fact that you're making up scenarios in your head.
they
Like,
all they
like I
all
said,
sound logical.
this lady probably is like good that you filed for divorce.
No,
I
that
mean,
lady was probably like, I guarantee that lady was like, so you couldn't tell me this shit the night before what the fuck you was going to do. You decided to get up like it was a regular day and go down now to the county clerk. I'm at the county clerk and say, I want to file for divorce.
and then she waited till the son was 2 years old because the son was born in July 2024.
Again, you could have been a little bit tactful and waited at least 5 years. You could at least let us been separated at least a year or two. Ain't nobody been separated, been in the same house.
Yeah, because they said the separation, I think she filed like on the 29th, and they said separated since like the 24th. I said, wait, hold on.
See? That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't even had a full week in a hotel or separated, whether you was in upstairs and one of y'all was in the basement like Drew Sidora husband. Again, you ain't you mean to tell me you couldn't be a real woman and tell me you feel to divorce me? Oh hell no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That low down.
Yeah, but seriously, apparently both of them had just in the last 30 days or so made posts about the other and all that stuff. Because apparently they were saying that one of the comments was like, but you was just in love 30 days ago. That's it. People or people.
Not even 30 days. Y'all were just in love 10 days, 20 days ago, 15 days ago. So you mean to tell me you just felt in a matter of 15 days, this shit is over with. I can't do it no more. Bullshit. No. 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 Let me tell you again. Sherelle, whatever her name is,
That's her name.
Sherelle, that woman done let you carry that baby for 9 months. For 9 months, I carried you. No, no, inside of me. No charge. And you need to bop her upside her damn head. Or you need to use every lawyer tactic you got right now. That's low down. I'm sorry. That's just low down and dirty. And that just goes to show you same sex couples have the same bullshit stuff that what is it, heterosexual couples go
Uh-huh.
through. She running
Yep.
around now cutting up. Just had breakfast with me the day before and now you down at the courthouse. Mm, okay. I said, okay, Brittany. Say less is what I told baby. I'd have packed up cash, bash, dash, fast, whatever his name is. She wouldn't have seen him.
I did call him Cash, but his name is Bash. They
Mm,
also state on here that when Brittany filed the petition for divorce, that she wants to seek equitable division of the couple's marital property and financial obligations, including both real and personal, tangible and intangible assets and debts accumulated during their marriage.
mm. Okay.
So yeah, it said. Now I don't know who this is. Said the couple appeared to be in good spirits prior to the. Oh, never mind. No, talking about. Because apparently the day before they separated, um, Sherelle shared a series of glamorous photos on Instagram wearing a stunning white dress, smiling brightly for the camera. She appeared to be in high spirits. I think she went to maybe they had the AKA conference during that time, bowl or
Mm.
whatever during that time, because
The
apparently
one
she's
again,
AKA. The wife is
again,
AKA.
the woman didn't even know she down there. What they call it, boo, whatever it is, boule, bulu, bulu,
Boule.
boule.
Yeah.
She down there, honey, just a boolaying and having herself a good time, and got to come home to some bullshit. Mm-mm. Nope. Cheyenne, get what you need to get, back.
Sherelle, you call
Oh,
her.
Sherelle.
You were calling her everything but her name.
Sherelle, Cheyenne, Sherelle, Cynthia, for all I damn care, baby girl, do what you got to do. Put that degree to use, is what I'm saying. She low down ass. She low down. Ooh, that's low down and dirty. Mm-hmm.
What did he say? You can't win when you dirty. Mm-mm.
Now, the great Lanithia Leak say that you can't win playing dirty. Mm, okay, say less. What I'd have said, okay. I'd have said, say less, baby girl. Me, me and Bash, Cash or Dash would have been gone. She had to go through that photo gallery on her phone, baby, to see him because I'd have been out.
What if she was okay with this? We don't know. We don't know. She could have been okay with this. She could have been.
I feel like if they were okay with it, they would have came up with a joint statement and said, we have decided to part ways. We still love each other. We still care for each other. We're gonna be continue to be great co-parents to our kids. No, Brittany done took her ass down there to the current county clerk, filling out paperwork. Bitch, you wrong.
Mm. Yeah, because they said on, I guess, July 1st, that's when it was Sherelle's birthday, and she said that she was the best mother and spouse, and happy birthday. That's why they was like just 30 days ago.
She was the best lover, spouse, and mama. Now it what they call it, irretrievably broken or can't fix it.
Irreconcilable.
No, that too. Whatever it
Mm.
is. Not irreconcilable differences, but she was the best spouse and mama 30 days ago. Girl, kick rocks with an open toe shoe on and break your toe.
Money, break it down.
Mm-hmm.
You're hilarious. But let's get into our last topic of the night. ASAP Rocky
Mm.
withdraws an offer after an artist publicly shares the conversation.
Mm.
And basically, what happened was he reached out to a designer, said they wanted to work with them and all this stuff if they were available, and the person posts the DMs, and ASAP comes back and said, well, I guess we don't want to work together then. Um, and the thing about this though is that I know someone personally, won't say who, for a lot of reasons, but I know someone that had a product or a service. The
Mm.
person was a celebrity,
Mm.
and the person's contact said, "Hey, they have a deal with XYZ, but they love your product." This person still went out there and stated that and named the celebrity. And I was like, you don't know how much trouble you could get this celebrity in, how much they could be liable for you to have to pay.
Right.
And sometimes just shut up. sometimes silence is golden. That's why they say
And I
never
can
let the left hand know what the right hand doing.
right hand is doing. I can really honestly I can see both because we live in a world where everything is on social media. And so I can see the excitement of saying I am going to work with ASAP Rocky. I can see that because of how he is so much into fashion, yada yada yada. I can see that. I think that may have just been the excitement of it. Probably the first big name celebrity. So I can see that. Now, maybe with your friend or associate, again, if you know somebody is in a contract, now that you need to keep your mouth shut. But I think the designer was just happy, like, ooh, okay, this is gonna be my final break. I can't, and maybe it could have been, maybe they could have worded it different, maybe not shown the text messages or the communication thread. I can see that, but at least say, I am going to be working with someone major.
Correct. Like be very discreet about it,
Be
because
discreet about it.
this is the thing. What if because he is with Rihanna
Hmm.
has, the Fenty. What if it was something that had to do with her line? What if it
Right.
was something for her that was supposed to be a surprise? There's
Right.
so many different reasons why you need to shut up, and people don't understand those reasons at all. Like,
Right.
you could be buying something for somebody else. You don't
Hmm.
have to be like, oh, ASAP. And I just think about my own self when that lady with the Associated Press reached out to me about my TikTok about Beyond the Gates. I didn't
Hmm.
tell I don't think I told maybe two people, maybe my mama and maybe one other person, and I don't know who that person could have been.
Right.
That I even had an interview with that lady to discuss Beyond the Gates. And
Hmm.
it wasn't until I saw my name in print that I said, "Hey y'all,
Right.
I had an interview with this lady." Because one, I don't want to look like an idiot. That's half the battle. Don't want to
Right.
look like an idiot. Because what am I doing saying, yeah, that would be like me saying, yeah, I'm gonna be on the next Tyler. I'm Beauty and Black, baby. I already did that. What? And then we go the whole season of Beauty and Black, and you don't see me nowhere. Not even
ain't
in the
even
corner.
ain't even answering the phone. You ain't even picking up trash.
And now I'm looking like a liar. I done went and showcased that
Right.
I'm gonna be on something that I was, that nobody sees. So, which does happen. So I think
Right.
you just have to be very careful about how you move, because
Hmm.
that influences, other people and other decisions. Because like I said, what if it was a surprise for Rihanna? What, or one of the
Yeah.
kids or somebody else, I don't know all that ASAP Rocky be doing, but maybe it's a
Hmm.
surprise for something else that was supposed to be on an even bigger display, and now you
Right.
screwing up yourself because you're opening your mouth at a time you don't need to open your mouth. This is the thing. Obviously, because we're friends, we all had conversations about, buying houses and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But most of us weren't telling the outside world none of that until we closed and got some keys, baby.
You hear me? Cause let me tell you, by the time them folks finish combing through your shit and you gotta allocate for every piece, every penny, a piece of lint, whatever it is that you got, don't but a few folks need to know what's going on. But I feel like too, you can say it without saying it, and it's just how you present things. But we also live in a world where everybody feels like they have to post stuff. That's where I struggle with on social media because I take the pictures, but I just don't post it. Because I just feel like sometimes everybody doesn't need to know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
and sometimes a
We
good
still have a good,
delayed post.
yeah, a good mystery is still about to still, like in the back in the day of a celebrity, how
Yeah,
it used to be, how they used to move and
yeah,
stuff like that pre
because
social media.
and it could be that I guess maybe growing up we didn't have social media, so again, social media wasn't popular until I became an adult and I was out of
Yeah,
college, and and all of that stuff. So again, I'm from the era of the times when you didn't tell everything.
mm-mm.
Even if you even if you knew somebody was cheating with somebody, you still didn't say it. You see
Yeah,
that it was just like you kept things close. And even if you broke up with somebody or you weren't friends with somebody, you still didn't tell their business. Because
yeah,
again, you just didn't do that. And but I see that we're in different times, and so you have to accommodate as much as you can, as much as you're willing to accommodate and post and share with people. But everything I feel doesn't need to be shared social media wise. Leave something to the damn folks' imagination.
exactly.
That's just the way I feel. Leave something to the folks' imagination.
And I believe that too. And like I said, this is also my issue. Even people that you may know and people that you may be close to, you don't know who praying for your downfall. So, especially in a situation where
Mm-hmm.
a big opportunity or something may come up, you don't want to necessarily tell people because you may think that this person is for you, and
And
this
they ain't.
person could be like, I pray that they don't get it. I pray that something happen and it interfere with it. Like, you don't know what people are thinking and what people are doing. So that's also another reason why, like, sometimes just keep your mouth shut because you don't
That part.
realize who really ain't got your back until
Mm-hmm.
people ain't got your back.
Right. Because some folks just really like people to be miserable and not
Mm-hmm.
succeed. So and I think that also too comes with maturity when you know who your friends are,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of times when friends just either you outgrow them or you just don't talk to them often, or even sometimes life be life, and you just
Yeah.
can't always touch bases with folks as frequently as you would
Yeah.
like. But again, that is just life and that's part of adulthood. But everything doesn't need to be shared. But we have to realize we live in a world where social media is the top thing right now. And so people feel like they have to post every hour, they have to say something every hour, they have to tag where they're at, they have to do this, they have to do that. It's like you're not living in the moment of
Yeah.
what's going on. And also, too, you're letting people know you may not even be at home. Now you
Yes,
don't set yourself up for somebody to come right here and take all the shit that you got.
that is why I have a strict, I don't post stuff uh until I know that I'm at my house. Especially if I'm going out of town. Like if I'm going to Alabama, that's different. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going like out of town or something like that, like really out of town, baby,
Mm-hmm.
let's not post till we get back. Let's not even discuss things till we get back. And me and my friends are the same way. We will not post anything typically until we get back. Or it
Right.
may be a day or so even after we get back that we, may even post then
Right.
because you don't really want, like, not saying, because especially lately with my TikToks, um, well, and not even lately, it's just it be some people on there that be saying some stuff on there, and I'm like, baby, I would never let you know where I'm at.
Well, and then too, we also, and this is, and I, this is the thing. we live in a world where people that are on social media that don't have nothing but time on their hand to try and figure out and go down a rabbit hole of all
Wait, hold
of
on,
the.
hold on, hold on, hold on, because I go down rabbit holes too, and
But
I
there's
got
a
something.
difference. But you have to look at it like this. There's a difference of going down a rabbit hole to be nosy and just kind of see what's going on
Right.
versus somebody going down a rabbit hole to find out where you at so that maybe
Yeah,
they can
for
show up where you're at.
yeah,
So
for
there's a
malicious
difference.
purposes. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So
different.
we yeah, so we have
Yeah.
to look at it like that, that there is while that line may be real thin and fine, you know, you have to still be careful of what you post or how you post things,
Mhm.
because again, people are watching. Now, you, again, people may not comment,
Mhm.
but best believe people are watching your posts, watching your stories, or watching whatever it is that you're doing to know where you're at or what you're doing. So that's why you have to be careful. And again, and it can lead to a missed opportunity. So you have to, be careful in what you post. That's,
Mhm.
my 2 cents on it.
Cause I don't, I even though there's a place that I go, even like I mentioned earlier, I mentioned about the guy with the, I didn't say, I said the place that I go, because you know what I'm talking about. Nobody, other people that know me may know what I'm talking about, but I don't need strangers to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
strangers to know what I'm talking about at all,
Because people's
because
is
you never
crazy.
know. Exactly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. Know your enemies. If you know somebody don't like you, figure out what they like. Not saying to do it for any, not saying to stalk nobody, not saying to do anything, but you need to
hmm
know who your enemies are. If somebody says this person don't like you, let me look this person up to see, because if ever I'm somewhere and I see this person, I know that I'm in danger. Probably because I also watch a lot of action movies and I watch Lifetime movies, and that probably does not help
Let me tell
at
you, and
all.
I watch a lot of crime shows. So again, I feel like again, my little legal detective mind, like okay, you just got to be careful because again, everybody, it you're going to have fans, but some people are not going to be happy that you are at XYZ.
Yeah,
You just have to be careful in what you post because some people don't like to see you happy.
yeah,
Most people like to see you sad. Some people just don't like to see you having a good time,
hmm,
and all of that. And again, and then we can circle, and then we can make this a full circle moment because again, if you feel like you're posting on social media to get validation, then that's when you need to be
hmm,
right now, baby, reaching out to your therapist or your EAP provider
hmm,
at your job so they can help you come up with some good coping skills where you don't feel like you have to post every second of the hour on social media. Now, do we all scroll social media all day, every day? Yeah, there are some times when we get on there and we looking and doing whatever we doing. But there's also too a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a little bit of there's mystery
mm,
in what you see and what people are doing because
yeah,
I know even for us and our crew, and even outside of the crew, the other crew that I got, we don't post everything online.
mm,
And when we do post something, again, it's when we come back, or you may get a snapshot of
yeah,
something that we're doing, but you don't necessarily know if we're there now or
yeah,
if we were there 3 days ago.
yeah,
You just don't know. And so you have to make it where there is some mystery
yeah,
because a lot of people really just pour their whole entire being out on social media. because they're looking for attention and validation,
Yeah.
and that's not the place to get it. But don't
Cause
get me
you
on my soapbox.
Because seriously, you never know, like, even from this podcast, like, you never know when people get upset about certain things we may say or topics we may bring up in our opinion
Hmm.
about something. So I'm like, no, like, we never really talk about things that we are planning on doing in the future at
Right.
all on here. Like, it's after the fact that we're like, hey, and
This
then
is what we
sometimes it
did.
may be weeks after the fact. It may not
Right.
have happened that last weekend for real, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's real talk. That's what I'm saying. I think there's just some. I feel like there is some level of mystery of, again, of people' personal lives. I'm not gonna tell anybody no more than what they need to know or what they can find on social media, or everybody's not a friend on my social media. Think about all
Yeah.
the group, all the friend requests we get, from
Yeah.
people in our jobs. Like, no, you know me between Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. What you don't need to see is what I do after 5:30 and on the weekends. You don't need to see that.
Yeah,
Everybody's not privy.
I have a very, 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 very strict policy with, like, I don't try to have anybody like that's my boss or anything. And my
Mm-hmm.
last boss actually is on my social media. Uh but she was there before she was my boss. So
Right.
that's why it would be kind of, crazy to be like, let me unfriend you.
Right. I
But
mean,
I
again,
have a
and
very strict,
yeah,
like, boss situation to social media. Unless you're trying to
right.
be on my LinkedIn, please, please, you don't need to know nothing about my life. You don't need to know nothing about me
Mm-hmm.
personally. Because even when I was in Chattanooga, um, one of the other girls was like, my boss wanted to friend me on Facebook, and I said, "You my boss. I can't friend you."
Mm-hmm.
And the other lady was like, "You don't even post anything really, wild or anything on it." And I know I don't.
Right.
My social media is very what I want it to be.
Basic. Yeah.
I post my opinions about certain things. I share some things. I, post things about my family or whatever. I don't do
Yeah.
too much on my mama because my mama don't like to be on social media. And I do tell her when I put her on social media because ain't no near one of them other siblings gonna come back to my mom and say, Kim posted. No, no, my mom already know. We's not about to we's not about to start no argument because
Right.
I was like, and I be like, these are the approved pictures. I ain't updated no pictures in forever. These are gonna be the pictures that I post on my
Mm-hmm.
mama. It don't matter if it's her birthday from 20 years from now. This is the only picture you gonna get of her, my mama, and that's about it.
Right.
Because, like I said, I very much, you know, I don't post anything wild and crazy. Whatever I say on this podcast is probably very akin to whatever I would say on my
Say in
social
public.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which so I don't say anything in my opinion that is too controversial, which it may be
Mm-hmm.
controversial to some people, but I don't post a lot of things like even if it has cuss words, I don't say the cuss words. Like it's just but even me, I'm like, no, you can't be my friend on no Facebook. Do not
Right.
ever ask me. Do not ask me to be my friend on
You
Facebook
do like
because
I,
we're not
man.
gonna
I
be.
just keep on. I keep on scrolling and I ignore them. Sorry. You can be my friend once I leave the job,
And
but
like
that's
you can,
only.
yeah, and like
But
for
that's
instance,
only
like
if
TikTok,
at that point I feel that you are, you are legit. And now again,
yeah,
there are a few at my job now that are on my social media, but again, they not posting nothing extra. You see, they not snitching.
yeah.
You see, and that I can deal with. But again, you got to do your research, just like you do your research to join one of them good people club. I mean, cults. Do your research.
Now, if you did want to follow either one of us on, like, if you wanted to follow the podcast, let me just say this: that it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be either Kimberly Meela on Facebook, Real Life is Friends podcast, or Real Life is Friends on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you wanted to follow us personally, maybe on TikTok. I don't know. Is your TikTok private?
You know what? I don't know.
Well, if her TikTok isn't private, her TikTok is natural faced and sunny.
I got to change that
And
because Sonny has went on and crossed the
he went on to
bridge.
be with him. Yeah, he went on to be with him. And
Mm-hmm.
mine is
So I need
Kimberly
to
all in
change
my
that.
head. So
So I need to change that. The TikTok. But yeah, you can find us on there, or you can find me on
mhm.
Threads. I know my Threads is not private, because I do have to
Okay.
comment sometimes on stuff. Yeah.
Now threads have I will say this. I kind of like threads
Mm-hmm.
a lot more than I like some of the other platforms because most of them people I don't know.
I don't
And
know,
it's
but it just seemed like it's a nice community over
yeah,
there.
like if it feels it doesn't feel so now don't get me wrong. Apparently I just be seeing some things, you know me. I be seeing some things. And apparently when I say some things, people sometimes jump down my throat. And some people sometimes are like, are you trying to rage bait me? I'm like, no, these are really my opinions. Like they may be accurate, but they're mine. I'm not trying to rage bait you about anything. Because I feel like if I was really trying to rage bait you, like the things that I don't say out of my mouth, that what would get me like that's what I would rage bait on. But otherwise, I'm like I don't be rage baiting people, but I people be mad sometimes
Bless their
because
bones.
because. But
But you can
yeah,
follow us. But check us out.
yep, I am putting your TikTok out here.
Yeah. I'll probably end up taking Sonny name out, but you can
Trying to
find
make
it.
sure I can spell this correctly, because
I miss.
because I'm trying to see with glasses. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know my own TikTok name while I'm laughing.
Father God, please be with us.
Why are you singing these songs? I don't know. But we will be back here same time next week.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode number 73 in the
Yes.
books for you all. And this is where the group chat turns into a podcast. We're none other than Real Life-ish Friends podcast. And if you can't tell by now, we are friends in real life. And we do
And
be in
Neil,
chats. Yes.
we do. We do.
Even though she hasn't met up with me in a long time, but that's okay. We'll talk about it afterwards. Um I'm one of your
I'm
hosts,
going to
Kimberly.
bed after. Have Meela. I'm going to bed. I ain't thinking about her. She'll be strong. I catch her ass in the morning.
Uh, but anyway, this was a blast tonight.
It was a
First
blast.
episode of August 2026 is in the
Mm-hmm.
books. Peace, y'all.